this book. If you're in a marriage and it's not looking like anything that you had expected it to, and the excitement is left, you're basically feeling like roommates, it's not something you would recommend. Have I got a book for you? Listen, I've been there, and if you want, you can let your mind go crazy. You can choose to believe all of the stories that are rushing through your head. He doesn't love me. He's a terrible husband and father. He's so selfish. I deserve better than this. This isn't what I signed up for. On and on we go, around on the merry-go-round. Remember, these are thoughts. On the outside, it may look like total truth, and the enemy that wants to divide you and your husband is going to make them look as truthful as the spaghetti cooking on your stove. But the reality is that you truly don't know what he's thinking about either. You don't know what kind of day he had either. Is the lack of communication hurting the both of you? Yes, but the stories in your head are hurting the situation more, and it's time to learn how to shut them up once and for all. I used to listen to these thoughts and believe the stories I told myself about Cody. Funny thing is, the more I was convinced that the story I was telling myself was true, the more miserable I would become. After pouting in the kitchen, crying in the spaghetti, and letting the thoughts grow louder and louder in my mind, I would erupt. I yelled, screamed, cussed, slammed doors, nagged, and did anything in a desperate attempt to get my way, in a desperate attempt to get my husband to open up to me and talk to me. But all that did was set our relationship to roller coaster mode. We would ride all the highs and lows together when we would get in a big fight and then make up afterwards. It was such a vicious cycle. Shayla shares some tips on how to get out of that vicious cycle. She learned that focusing on herself and her identity in God could totally change things. So tune in this Friday. We have an episode on the God's Goodness podcast with Shayla. So tune in, take a listen, enjoy, and don't forget to share it with a friend so they can be encouraged too. Oh, and if you want to read the book, it's on Amazon and TikTok shop, as well as Shayla's website.